Welcome back to another episode of the Virtual Ball Boys Football League podcast. My name is Chris, and I am joined once again by my good friend, Matt.
The government doesn't want you to know about Big Brother.
They don't. They don't want you to know about... They certainly don't want you to know about the foulest aspect of Big Brother, Zingbot.
Oh no, not Zingbot.
Not Zingbot.
I have said this before. Zingbot is my least favorite part about the entire show.
1000%.
It is the single dumbest, most childish thing, and they hype it up like it's the greatest invention that the producers have ever fucking thought of.
I think, like, I get the idea of like, hey, let's roast these people who have like inflated egos. Like, I like the idea of that. But then Zingbot himself has just become an inflated ego, and as a concept, and is just incredibly not fun to listen to.
No,
on a constant basis. Like, I do not need to hear him tell like mediocre jokes every single summer. Like, it's just like there has been like one joke maybe per season that hits even a little bit, but everything else is just the most tame shit possible, and it's just not good. It's just not good. But hey, it's Big Brother premiere week. It's super exciting. Me and Matt are super pumped for it, but you're not here to hear us talk about Big Brother. We'll figure out other means to talk about Big Brother. Probably during most of the football season, because that's actually Big Brother's gonna be taking place.
It's actually happening during the football season.
Most of the football season will be Big Brother.
Chris, aren't you excited for games to go late on Sundays, and then that affect the Big Brother Sunday airtime?
Yeah, no. Well, for me, I'm just choosing. I am making the conscious decision now that Big Brother is gonna be airing on Mondays. Like, for me, I'll just watch on Monday. I will prioritize football, and then Big Brother will happen on Monday for me, and I'm totally okay with that. Yeah. But yeah, it's gonna be a jam-packed fall for sure. But for now, we are returning to the Virtual Ball Boys Football League. We've took a week off to give our teams time to decide whether or not they want to make any roster decisions. And I can formally announce now, no one made any decisions. Everyone decided that they're very comfortable with where things are at, and to be honest, I am totally okay, because that's less work for me. So we could just leave things as it is, and we go into week 5 with everything standing pat. Matt, before we have a few things to do before we go to the first game. The first thing that I want to touch on, though, is can you go through the standings as they stand right now?
Yes, I can. Entering the second half of the season in the East, we have Woonsocket on top with a 4-0 record, Euclid with 3-1, then Bennington Birchcats 2-2, and then the Sanford Possum Express bringing up the Caboose at 1-3. And then in the West, Joplin, Westminster, and Lafayette are all sitting at 2-2, but are currently positioned in that order due to their total points scored. And then Port Tacoma is down at the bottom at 0-4. So we really have the standings are really funny to me, because we have one that like pretty much runs the gambit, and then the other side, which is all in the middle, and then bottom,
and then the very bottom. Yeah. And so we have some interesting matchups that are going to shake up the standings for sure today, including a West matchup between two of the 2-2 teams. We also have a matchup at the top of the East between Euclid and Woonsocket. So a lot of big matchups. But before we do any of that,
this is also the second and therefore final meeting of Euclid and Woonsocket.
Yes.
They met week 1.
They met week 1. Woonsocket obviously being undefeated. You can tell they've won that first matchup. Let's do this table of scandals, shall we?
Let's do it.
So, just so we know, Sanford has been affected.
Yep.
Tacoma's been affected.
Yep.
Woonsocket was affected.
Yes.
Who was the fourth?
I don't remember.
Oh, fuck me. Okay, we'll figure that out.
Okay, hold on. Let's look at the scandals available.
Yeah,
So
we'll remember.
Dark Souls boss, that was Woonsocket.
Yeah,
The tutorial, that was Tacoma.
Tacoma, because that was Incineroar.
Yep. The chew timer date,
Was Sanford.
that was Sanford. And then
The,
character thinks they're invisible.
oh wait, that was Dry Bones, wasn't it? Oh wait,
No, Incineroar was invisible. So that was Lafayette then.
that was Lafayette. Okay, and then
Yeah,
Dry.
Incineroar was invisible. Dry Bones watched the tutorial. So we have
Okay.
Bennington, Euclid, Joplin, and Westminster that can still get a scandal.
Yes, that's correct. All right, so we're looking for a. When we roll our dice here, we're gonna get either a 1, a 2, a 5, or an 8. Is what these are the numbers that we're looking for. Or let's make it easier. Let's just roll a 1d4 and
then we'll just go in order.
Yes, yeah, I think that will make it a lot easier for us.
1, so Bennington will get the scandal today.
Yeah, that worked out perfectly. All right.
Yep.
Bennington. So Bennington's actually, I believe. Oh no, Bennington's our third matchup for today. So We'll take a little bit now to roll a D100 to see what scandal.
Scandal 43.
43. Okay, let's see what happens. Beach episode. Everything is more chill. Playing on the sandy beaches. Everyone is in swimsuits. It's lighthearted fun. All teams receive 1+ offense, -2 defense, +1 ball handling to all group checks. At the end of the game, there's a barbecue.
Cool.
And they are in Twin Seeds, which is the location of Tacoma. And that's going to be an interesting one.
Yeah.
I'll adjust stats when we get there. I'll maybe do that in our break. So we'll just have to remember for that. But for now, I think we're all set to get to the first matchup of the day, which is Lafayette going to Westminster or Bandle City and facing the Westminster Mechamoose. As we've stated already, both teams are sitting at 2-2, so winner will take an edge in the standings as after the first week of the second half. Matt, you're going to be playing the role of the Lafayette Mud Otters. Please tell us their stats.
They have the stats of +4 offense, +0 defense, and -4 ball handling.
And the Mechamoose have a +2 on offense, +1 on defense, and the ball handling of -3. And as we've been doing, Lafayette will start things off on offense as the road team first game. And we are
off. We start out with a natural 1. Woo!
Oh no! Is this gonna repeat of week 1?
This is what happens when we talk about Big Brother. Okay.
Yeah.
All the bad vibes, all the bad demons start coming out.
Yeah. Well,
Julie Chen leads a prayer.
That would have been a 2, but yeah, no, it's over already for Lafayette in their first drive. What was the play here?
We're gonna say that that Mr. Wolf got snapped the ball, but he got really distracted by Diane walking on the sidelines, watching the game.
Yeah, that happens. Happens to the best of us.
I don't blame him.
Yeah. All right. So then that is no score after the first drive. Westminster with their first drive of the game. That's an 11 to start things off.
That's a 10.
Okay, so advantage. That's a 3. Not great.
You'll if this doesn't work, you'll still get a chance for a field goal. That is a 14.
Okay, so
short field goal.
Yep. All right. So then we have Travis Touchdown, who has kind of had a rough season.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still rough.
Continuing the roughness.
Call that a announcer's jinx right there. That he just kicks it far right, and we are still sitting at 0 points. Going back to Lafayette with their second drive.
That's going to be much better. That's going to be a 10 for offense.
Okie dokie. Do I hear a Remy in the background, by the way?
He is on my lap.
Okay. Well, I'm hoping he's enjoying the festivities. That is an 8, so you have an advantage on your next roll here.
All right, and with my -4 on ball handling, I will have an 11 for my check. Not bad.
Not bad. And that is also 11, which means that goes to the offense. Touchdown.
All right, Phoenix Wright is going to be going for quarterback while Mr. Wolf goes and takes a cold shower.
Wow.
And it's going to be a contested catch between Master Hand, because it's funny, and Heavy.
Sure.
Because who else?
Yeah.
Heavy, notably, obviously the quarterback between the two.
Sure. Yeah.
But Master Hand manages to come away with it and score the point.
There you go. And that is that finally we get points before the end of the first quarter at least.
Yep.
But does Mr. L have what it takes to get a nice kick in?
It would be really funny if someone had drafted both Mr. L and Luigi.
That would be awesome.
It would be a Kane Armorcade situation, but
yeah. Well, no, I think we've defined
it is a miss.
There are different people. All right, yes, all right. That's
well, maybe Mr. L and Luigi are different people too. You know?
Yeah, maybe you're right. All right, so that's.
I'm also not convinced that Kane and Armorcade are different people.
We were just talking about this off call with me and Anthony Anthony was playing Tekken. And I brought it up, and he was just like, "Yep, I've tried to convince him, and he just refuses. he just absolutely refuses to believe that." Anyways, it is so that means
listen. Here's the thing. I believe it. I 100% like. I know.
Sure.
But I play it up for the bit.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fine. That's fine.
They're the same person. They're the same character.
They certainly look very similar. I guess that's understandable. But anyways, it is 6-0.
At the very least, it's uncreative naming.
Yes.
Or character design.
You know what? Very fair. That's a fair point. All right, 6-0 at that's the end of the first quarter. Now we're starting up the second quarter with Westminster looking to maybe respond, see if they can get back in it. That's a 12 to start things off.
That's a 7.
Okay, so advantage. Oh, that's a natural 1, but that won't count. But it will count towards our injury total. 13 is the number that you have to beat.
And that does beat a 3.
All right, so
the moose are loose.
The Moose are indeed loose. Leon Kennedy is gonna head it off to Raz, and Raz is gonna use his levitation ball to basically zoom past all the different contestants and get into the end zone and get the score. And we're gonna have Travis touchdown. I mean, we can't. The problem is we can't bench Travis touchdown, because he's the only kicker on this team.
Yeah.
So by rule, we can't change it. But hey, he gets it this time. He's in, and
got a touchdown.
He got a 3-point touchdown, and that puts the Moose up by 1 point, and it's 7-6. Last drive for Lafayette before the second half.
19.
That's a very nice roll. That's a 13.
That will be a 10 with my advantage.
All right. And that's another natural 1. So that does give Lafayette the score, and that's a second natural 1 for the Mechamoose.
All right. Spyro is going to have the ball this time, and let's see, they're in Bandle City. What's that from again?
That is League of Legends.
League of Legends. Okay, so it's got some funky terrain. Spyro's going to kind of run. Use the terrain to his advantage because he's small and can maneuver more easily, and get the score that way.
There you go. Love it. I hope that we get another Sparrow game at some point. I can't say I'm like the biggest fan of the games, but I just feel like video games are nicer when Sparrow has video games out. You know,
They're neat.
Yeah.
I like they are cozy games. They're fun to play.
yeah,
They're well designed.
yeah.
I am still crying and like very much like I fucking need Sly 5, Chris.
I
But
know, I know. We just have let's just have video games be mascot platformers. I don't see why that would be...
let's have that happen because
like,
they're fun.
Yeah, like we don't need anything else. We just need mascot platformers. That's all we need.
Yeah.
Anyways,
that is another 7 kicking from Mr. L.
Yeah, he's taking the L.
Yeah, taking the L. All right, I think he's benched.
Yeah, I think at this
we'll
point.
have 8 come out next.
All right, but it is still 12-7 for the Mud Otters. Let's see if the Mechamoose can get one last nice drive.
Take the lead.
That's a 7 to start things out.
It's still advantage though with my 6.
That does help matters. That is a 9.
And that is an 11.
Okay.
So field goal time.
It is field goal time. They will not take a lead.
Has not been awesome today. Well, Travis made it.
Travis made it once, and he made it a second time. Because we did have an advantage. So that would mean that the end of the half score is 12-10. Lafayette going into the second half. I'll take this halftime to say hello, Kelsey, who's in the chat right now.
Rooting for the Moose.
Rooting for the Moose. All right. Let's go ahead and start the second half here. Lafayette. Let's see how they do.
That's a 14.
Okie dokie. And that's a 9.
All right. 15 advantage.
That's a very nice advantage. And that's a 10, so got a touchdown.
All right, this one is going to be Swift's time to shine. Gets a connection from Mr. Wolf. Mr. Wolf comes back out for this play, and Swift will receive the touchdown and do a little dance.
Hell yeah!
like just looking at this art specifically, like it looks like he does a little dance.
I
love
dances this so much.
It's that he does a little dance. There's a difference.
It's such good art, man. I love it so much. Just the Paper Mario art style is just it can't lose. You can't lose, and then you have a great artist in Malachi. That's like just you can
captured it really well.
Yeah. All right, so let's see. 8's now going to come out.
Yes, 8 is coming out because Mr. L has missed twice. Now lower kicking score, but he does get it with a 16. So
yeah,
kicking change was worth it.
Yeah, hey, sometimes you just need to get rid of the bad vibes, and bad vibes have been extinguished there. And now it's a 2-score game, so now it's getting interesting here. Mechamoose needs to get things going here. If they don't get a score here, they will not be able to afford another score, essentially, from Lafayette's side of things. So, let's see how things go on offense for Mechamoose. That's not a great start. That's a 5.
Does beat the 4, though.
Oh, all right. Well, that's much needed. Wow. Very much needed. That's a 14. Let's see how that goes.
Beats the 10. Touchdown.
All right. Big needed thing there. All right. Westminster Mechamoose. We're going to have Titus come out. Titus is going to throw the ball deep to Neon White, who is going to use his grapple hook to shoot it into the end zone, and then he just zooms by everyone else and avoids any of the other defenders, and he's in the end zone for the touchdown. All right, and so that puts them at 19-16, and then we're going to get Travis' touchdown to see if he can get a kick. He does. All right.
Nice.
So, it's now 19-17. It's a 1-score game. Lafayette, can they keep on stiff-arming the Mechamoose at the end of the third here?
We're gonna start out with a 10.
Okay. What? I forgot for a second what the roll was. 13.
All right, so disadvantage. It's gonna leave me with a 5. Not good rolls on either end there.
And that's a natural 20.
Ooh, no score.
No score whatsoever.
No score.
What goes wrong?
It's got to be Diane again, right?
Yeah, it's gotta be.
Why not? Yeah.
Diane's just on the sidelines, just
Mr. Wolf.
now
Mr. Wolf's
more
getting distracted.
but more members on the team, I would even say. Just everyone's.
Oh, really?
Distracted. Yeah. Everyone's just getting distracted now by Diane.
I can see it.
All right.
Not me projecting into the game.
to be fair, Matt, I have no idea who Diane is. I'm just kind of working off of you right now.
Oh my god. she's from the bad guys. She's the Fox governor.
I think I've kind of figured. I'm trying to yes and, but I just also want to be like full disclosure. Have no clue. No clue what's happening.
You should watch the bad guys.
It's just added to the list. But yes, all right. So then
you should just watch movies.
I should just watch movies. It's true.
Yeah.
It's very true. 1917, and that was the end of the third quarter. So now we're starting the fourth quarter. Close game at least now.
Good position for the Mechamoose though. That was a really impressive stop there.
Yeah, they still have 2 drives versus the Lafayette 1, so things are looking good for them. But they should try to score here. Let's see how things go there. That's a good start. 18.
Also 18.
Okay, straight up and down. 14.
That's pretty good. That does not be the 17 though.
Oh, all right. Well, we could try for a kick here.
Yes, you can. I don't see why you wouldn't.
Yep, Travis
That'd
touchdown.
Be 12.
Needs to be a 12, or at least get a 12.
12 or higher.
Easy.
Ooh,
23.
Beautiful.
Travis touchdown has just gotten better as the game has gone on.
Yeah.
And so there you go.
Really improved from last game.
And that puts us 20-19. And now Lafayette needs their score here. It needs any score to just stay in this.
Middle of the fourth.
Yep. Last drive for Lafayette.
It's going to be a 12.
That's a 6. Good start.
Okay, good start for the Mud Otters. Ooh, that is my second natural 1. That's not going to count. The 9 will count, though.
The 9 will count. All right.
Against your defense.
A 15.
Okay.
But that's an advantage roll, so you could, if you get a 10 here.
Yep.
Who
we're
do you
gonna
go
have
to?
Oh my god, like
who do you go to?
Legitimately, like in terms of the I cannot I even though like we're in the myth of like, oh, we benched Mr. L, right? Like with that +4, I feel like I would be disingenuous to not put Mr. L back out there.
I think you could just work it into the storyline there where it's just like, hey, you know what? We benched you for one play. You saw what it's like. You saw how 8 did it. Now you go out there, big moment in the game. You need to show that you could still
Gotta beat a 10. Gotta beat a 10.
That's all you have to do is be a 10.
Exactly 10.
Wow! Holy moly!
So the Mud Otters go ahead by 2 points. A field goal by the Mechamoose will win it for them. But they do need to score it. Mud Otters need a really good defensive stand here.
Yeah, all right. Here we go. This is going to decide the game because there's no 2 points. It's either you win or you lose on this drive here for the Mechamoose. Here we go. The final drive of the game. Mechamoose start things off. It's a natural 20. The Mechamoose with a running touchdown, and they win the game.
Oh my god, that was so anticlimactic.
But that was amazing though. At the same time,
I got a 2 for what it's worth.
Yeah. Well, here we go. To say we'll have Leon Kennedy come out, and I think Once again, I think I've done this before, but just forgive me because I'm a broken record. I'm gonna have Raz and Corvo go out wide, and they both go invisible. Again, this has been a play that has worked out for them before. And Leon Kennedy just throws it down the middle, and you have standing there is you do have the giant dragon, who I'm forgetting the name of without checking the name again.
Themberchod.
Who is just this adorable chubby dragon who is this giant standing, and all Themberchod has to do is try to like just get this ball in any capacity, but as he goes to catch, he just falls onto his back and can't get up, and there's no other defenders there, and all it takes is Corvo to reach up, grab the ball, touchdown, Hail Mary, works it out, and the Mechamoose go to 3-2 on the season.
Incredible.
That
incredible ending.
That was great. I mean, I guess for score purposes, I could at least see if Travis touchdown gets the extra point,
sure.
which he does, and so that gives the Mechamoose a 27-22 victory. And yeah, great game. It was kind of starting to look bleak there in the beginning of the third for the Mechamoose, being down 2 scores, but they come back and they win it.
Very nice.
All right, we're moving forward to the Sanford Possum Express, who got their first victory in week 4, going up against the current who at least going into this week was the team leading the West in the Joplin Ghost Hogs. Now they need a win to stay in that race to the top, because now that Westminster has won, they're 3-2. They are currently standing in that position. So Sanford, meanwhile, they just want to stay in their division in some capacity, even though it's pretty top heavy. Kelsey, you play every day. It is not every team gets to play during the week. We don't leave anyone out, except if you get eliminated in the playoffs. That's maybe the only time. But there you go. Here we go. Sanford is looking to maybe just stay in the race in the East. Let's see how it goes. You are going to be playing the role of Sanford this time, Matt.
I am +2 offense, +2 defense, -4 ball handling.
And I have the Joplin Ghost Hogs are having.
You're riding the Hogs.
I'm riding the Hogs today. +1 on offense, +3 on defense, -4 ball handling.
Pretty similar teams stat wise.
Yep. Yeah, wow. Now I'm seeing that. That's going to be interesting. So, ultimately, on paper, a toss-up. Let's see how this plays out. I believe I start out on offense.
Yes, you do.
The Joplin Ghost Hogs. So let's see how this goes. Starting things off with a 16 on offense.
12 on defense for Sanford.
For some reason, I read that as a 32. I was just like, how the fuck did that happen? But we're good. All right, let's see how the ball handling goes. That's a 10 then, with advantage.
Does not beat the 17.
Okay,
Sanford forces a field goal.
All right, so Joplin, of course, is Oscar Proud. Proud has been a very reliable kicker for them. Let's see how it goes this time around. That's a natural 1. The kids just steal the ball. They just steal Kenny. They just
not Kenny.
They just the ball. The team. The kids just steal Kenny away from Oscar Proud, and ultimately, it leads to them not getting the kick. And Joplin now has their first of the first natural 1 on the counter. All right, Sanford now up. Can they respond?
They can with a natural 20.
Okay. Well, here we go then.
Here we go.
Let's just, for the sake of purposes here, 15. But that would not do anything. How does Sanford do with that?
All right, you hear the the most glorious mixture of beautiful but triumphant bagpipe music as Lord McGuffin comes up to behind center. And everything just clicks and Napoleon actually acts as a distraction while Lady Cluck is there to get the pass.
Hell yeah.
For the touchdown.
I love it. Very good. All right, and then we'll have you do have a couple of kickers to choose from. Art has been the starter though.
Yep, we'll start with Art. Although if the general manager in the chat wants me to switch to Powerline at any point, she has the power. That is a 23.
All right, yeah. Well, I don't think we're switching off of Art anytime soon with a roll like that. All right, so that's 7-0. Sanford Possum Express to start off their game. Let's see if the Joplin Ghost Hogs can respond now. That is also a natural 20
Ooh.
To start things off. Go ahead and roll the defensive roll just in case.
Yeah, well, it's a natural 1, so...
Well, yeah, there you go.
Sanford's defense just leaves the field.
Yeah, right.
Lots of Jets, some Shere Khan, they're out of here.
Yeah, essentially, it's just a breeze. We have Black Dynamite come out, and he just he just sees that the defense, there's just no one covering on defense, so he just takes it in. He just runs it himself into the end zone, gets the score, and Oscar Proud now has his chance to redeem himself. The kids, he has tried to place them in the place that they can't get to him, and we'll see if that works out in his favor. That's a 21, so yeah, it nice. Worked out for them that time around. So now it's a tied ball game at the end of the first. Starting the second off, Sanford. Let's see if they can respond to this.
Second quarter, yes.
Second quarter.
16.
Okay.
Pretty good.
Pretty good indeed. At the 10.
That gives me a 3 for advantage.
A 3 for advantage. Yeah, that's a 19.
Okay, Art is going to come up then for his field goal attempt.
Beating a 10.
Beating a 10. He gets a 7. He does not make it.
No. No good.
All right.
All right, so then...
We'll reevaluate that when we get to the next kick, see if we want to keep Art in or not.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, he did get the first kick at least, so you never know.
Yep.
All right, Joplin, it's your turn. This is their last drive of the first half here. Let's see how things go. Wait, wrong numbers. That's a 9. Let's start things off.
Beats the 5.
Okay. That's a 13.
And that's a 19.
Okay, so another kick. This time, Oscar Proud coming out again, seeing if he gets it. That's a 22. He gets it.
Impressive kicking. Impressive kicking from Oscar today.
All right, so then that puts the Joplin Ghost Hogs ahead by 3 points, but Sanford gets the final say in this first half. Let's see how they respond. This is a 4. Oh, that's a natural 1.
That's a natural 1.
All right, so that's the second natural 1 for Joplin, and that means an automatic score touchdown for Sanford.
This one is actually going to be Chen Po is going to get involved with a nice block, and this is illegal in normal football, but Fred the Meerkat is actually going to run up Chen Po's back and leap over the defensive line.
Hey,
for a straight shot into the end zone.
Yeah. Hey, again, if people can turn invisible to throw people off, I definitely condone running up people's backs if you have the ability to do so. So perfect. And so that's a touchdown.
We're gonna see how Powerline does. See if he can see eye to eye with the ball with the field goal.
All right, Powerline's getting an opportunity.
Yep. And he does succeed. It's very close.
Yes.
Maybe a little less dancing right before he kicks next time, but he does make it.
All right, but that means it's 14-10 going into the half for the Sanford Possum Express.
Alrighty.
Now, starting the third quarter, Joplin Ghost Hogs looking to get back in this. Let's see how they do. That's a 19.
It's pretty good. That does not beat by 21 though.
Does not beat your 21. All right. Oh, well, shit.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, that's a natural one.
Yep.
That's no score, and that means it's time to go change some stats, because unfortunately someone on the Joplin Ghost Hogs has been injured.
Indeed. Would you like to roll the injury die, or shall I?
Please do it for me, because I have to be the one to go in and change it.
That's going to be player number 1, so we are losing the quarterback, Black Dynamite.
Okay, well, at least they do have a backup quarterback, but yes,
they
not
do.
Great.
This is going to drastically change their stats, though.
Yep. All right, hold on. I gotta step up. There you go. All right, you let me know.
All right, it is going to be a -4 offense.
Oof.
A 0 defense.
Oh, it's plus 4?
But a 4 ball handling.
A
plus 4 ball handling.
That does drastically change. Wow. Wait, what is his ball handling stat usually?
-4.
Huh. And they're sitting at -4 anyway?
Hold on. Oh, I did that wrong. It's -4 offense, 4 defense, 0 ball handling.
Oh, okay. Because I was just like, how did that happen? All right.
My bad.
No, you're totally fine. I just wanted to make sure. All right. So then that does change things up quite a bit here.
Yep.
For the better, for the worse, you'll have to wait to find out. I am trying to find the export button. There's, and we will have the Joplin stats change for you all on the screen in 3, 2, 1, and there you go. All right. It took a little bit. All right. So there you go. So Joplin has now been affected. Sanford, of course, still has 1 natural 1 on the board. But yeah, no good. Let's say that this play, we're gonna say Black Dynamite was gonna throw Kenny, and then it is intercepted by Johnny Bravo, and just on the run back, Black Dynamite.
Johnny Bravo's not on.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm looking at the same screen. That's why it happened. We're gonna have let's have Louisa intercepts the ball, and while Black Dynamite's trying to chase her down, ultimately it ends up leading to him just like he just gets like tripped up, and he gets his knees just hurt, and then he just leaves.
Okay.
I didn't want to be
did Kenny die? We haven't killed Kenny yet.
We have not killed Kenny yet. He did get kidnapped, actually. He got kidnapped
but that's not
by the kids, but
yeah.
He has not. There's been no formal death yet. We'll get there.
All right, we'll get there.
We'll have an opportunity, I'm sure. Yeah. All right, but yes, 14 to 10.
You have 2 more opportunities to decide how Kenny dies.
Right, absolutely. So that was the first drive of the second half, correct? So
now middle of the second half, we start with middle of the third quarter rather.
Yes.
We start out with a 16.
Okay. 21.
Ooh.
Got good defense now.
Yep. And with my disadvantage, that will leave me at a 5.
And a 23. So
Jesus.
But you can try for the kick here.
Yep, we're gonna have Art come back in to kick this time. With disadvantage, he has to beat a 15. And he does not. Only a 9.
All right. So that's that.
Yep.
Joplin now with their end of the third quarter drive here. Let's see how they do with now a worse off offense here. That's a 0 to start things off. You would have to basically
I feel like I did. No, I didn't do math. Did I do math wrong? Oh my God, Chris, I did math wrong. I was looking at the last time that Joplin got injured.
Okay.
We're only a little bit off. It would not have affected the last plays, but it should be a -3 offense and a oh shit. Man, I really fucked that up, Chris.
Okay, it's all right. We'll adjust it if we have to. If we have to replay anything, we can. We only did the Sanford drive, and
Yeah, and that honestly those rolls would not have affected that.
would not have changed anything. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Are you ready to change with the new set?
Yes. Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. It's a -3 offense.
Yep.
It is a 3 defense.
Okay.
And it's a 0 ball handling.
Okay.
So
it did not change anything.
No,
really.
no, hold on. If I take away the -4, that goes to 0. From -4 to 0. Yes. Because I have to add 4 from -4.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Math fucked with me.
Okay,
it's good. -330.
Okay, so it really did not change.
It really did not change that much. Okay.
Okay, from what we the initial output, but that's fair. All right, so
yeah.
Once again, we're gonna go ahead and update those stats real quick. We're gonna hit export replace and export that again, and there you go. That changed.
Yep.
All right.
Okay, so that your offense is now a dirty 1.
That is a dirty 1. Okay.
Yes. Okay. And I'm going to have another third, a 7.
Yeah. Okay. So it really it would have that output would have happened the same no matter what. So that's okay.
Yeah, we're fine. We're fine.
All right. So that's a 5 for disadvantage roll.
That is a dirty 20.
Okay. So Joplin will not be able to take a lead here, but they at least can try for a kick. Oscar Brown coming back out for the kick. And that is no good.
Ooh.
That was a disadvantage kick. He had to get to 15. Instead, it was a 12, so it was just to the left. No, I wouldn't say kids were a distraction. It was just a far field goal. Anyways,
yep.
By the way, he kicked Kenny so hard that he died.
You got to be more clever than that. How did Kenny die? Blunt force trauma, explosion.
Okay. All right. They're in Vice City, right? He crashes through a window, in the middle of a drug ring. And he gets shot out by a bunch of the people that are running.
That's probably not too far off from something that would happen in South Park, so.
or GTA. So, yeah, and he gets caught in a bad spot.
Okay.
Anyways,
Sanford holding strong. Let's see if they can put points on the board. Start of the 4th.
Yep, start of the 4th here. They have 2 opportunities here. You roll first.
Yep. Dirty 20.
Oh, okay. And that's a 17, so advantage.
High level of play right now. Over my ball handling 19 or 15.
15. 14 touchdown. Ooh. And Sanford's gonna win the game.
Sanford, yeah. Impossible for Joplin to come back. Sanford gets their 2nd win in a row after starting 0-3. This is going to be, you know what? I'll give it to him. Experiment 110 has earned it. Rejuvenated by no longer being on a poor date. Experiment 110 will score the winning touchdown.
There you go. All right.
We'll split the difference. Have Powerline come in to kick. I do hate him, Kelsey. You are correct. As 23, Powerline does score.
There you go. All right, 21-10, and now it is all up. Now it's just we're running out the clock here, so we're just going to do a quick run of the offense for both teams here. So starting out with Joplin getting their first shot at trying to get some points here. 14.
Yeah. 7.
Okay. And that's a 4 for an advantage.
11.
Okay, so, and we'll go to kick. And it's a natural 20, so that would be good. So that will end. The Joplin will at least end with 13 points. Let's see how many more points. Oh wait, I'm sorry. Sanford started the game. So that's it. That's the end then of the
No, you started the game.
Oh, I did. Fuck. Okay. Apologies. Sanford does get one more drive.
Yeah. Okay. Glad we figured that out.
Yeah. Yeah. So Sanford gets one more drive to get more points.
Get more points. We'll speed through it. That's an 11.
All right. That's a 10.
That is a natural 20.
Natural 20. So then that's automatic touchdown
Yep.
to my 6. So, all right. So then Sanford gets the score, and we will go ahead and add that points up. If you want to do one more kick, just for
we'll get the field goal. Art gets a natural 20 as well.
And that final score, 28-13, Sanford takes care of business.
Sanford is looking up.
Yeah, real good.
Yeah, 28-13.
And so that is.
Oh shit! I didn't write down the last score.
That's fine. I got you. We can go back to it. It's 27-22. Over here.
Hold on.
Yep. I'll hold. But while we take care of doing all the scores and all this, we're gonna take a quick break to set things up for the next game. We will be right back after this short moment of silence. And we are back. Matt, I just hear... That sounds like Batman. I didn't mean to make it sound like that, but like the beach sounding music. Yes, yeah, you know exactly what I'm doing. I'm hearing the Goo Lagoon music from SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom. I'm hearing various different beach music in the background.
What is that? What's that one song called? The surfing one.
Oh yeah, you're gonna.
Or the Hawaii 5-0 theme. That's one. There's one other.
Yeah. There's so many
beach music. It's like I'm not thinking of Riptide, the like the ukulele song.
Sure.
I'm thinking of something else, but I forget what it was called.
Yeah. There's a lot of beach vibes that we're giving off here because it is the beach episode of the beach episode of this particular game, as dictated by the table of scandals. Bennington, of course, being the victim of this, but it looks like it's spreading across the board. Everyone's affected by this, including Tacoma, who unfortunately is coming off of being scandaled in week 4 and now is scandaled again. But it's okay. It's all fair in love and war. Bennington and Tacoma are now affected by this because they've all been applied.
Wipeout.
Thank you. There you go. We got it. They've all been applied a +1 on offense, a -2 on defense, and a +1 ball handling. So the offenses are a lot stronger, and the defenses are a lot weaker.
Yes,
Matt, you are playing the role of the Bennington Birch Cats. We are of course, Tacoma's hosting a game for the first time since week 1 after a 3-game road stand against their in-division opponents.
Yep.
So what are the Bennington stats after this change?
Bennington will have -2 offense, -5 defense, and +7 ball handling.
Jesus Christ. And then Tacoma, speaking of Jesus Christ, plus 0 on offense, -5 on defense, and a +5 ball handling. The balls will be handled today, folks. We will make sure that the balls are handled well as we start with the Bennington Birch Cats on offense.
Damn right we will. How's the tone going to be set? It's going to be with a 15.
And that's a natural 20 to start things off for Tacoma.
That is the only fucking way that points are not going to be scored in this game.
Yeah,
that's a great sign for Tacoma.
Natural 20s and natural 1s, baby.
Yeah.
What was their attempt here for Bennington?
Let's see. Jonathan Joestar got fucking sand in his eyes. threw an interception to Chestnut.
Yeah. I have to ask Gabe if the city of Twin Seeds has a beach.
Probably not.
I don't know much about Nights into Dreams other than it's
Yeah.
very colorful and interesting. But I know absolutely nothing. I would be curious if there is a beach anywhere because that's again, this is where we're playing this. But yeah, so that does not work out. Sand in the eyes is never a good thing, and we move forward to Tacoma to see how they do on their first drive of the game.
That is legit for this specific game. That is huge that they got
Huge.
that nat 20.
100%. That starts out, and they start off their first offensive drive with a 13.
That will be the 0.
Okay, and now +5 ball handling gives us a 19.
7.
Yeah, Tacoma scores. Very nice. Let's have. Where's the? All right. Let's have. We're gonna Fierce Deity Link is gonna hand it off to Meta Knight, and Meta Knight's gonna kind of do his like twirling sword thing as he kind of like tries to get basically prevent anyone from getting in his way because he has a pointy tip pointed at everyone. But he's just gonna be twirling and twirling and twirling into the end zone. And it is a nice touchdown for that squad. We're gonna have Blaziken come out.
My favorite Pokemon.
Oh, good. No good.
Right after I say that, come on, Blaziken.
And once again, the jinx happens again. The announced jinx happens again.
They can't even hear us.
The jinx happens again. That is like the worst part of sports. Whenever people are like, "Oh, the announcer jinxed it," it's just like, how? No, they didn't. Fucking.
No, they didn't.
No, they just was a coincidence. It's all coincidence. Anyways, there's not as many dark forces as you think there are out there, sports fans. Anyways, that's 6-0 to start off. Tacoma.
They're just superstitious.
Yes, I get it. I understand. I sympathize, but also get over yourselves.
Very superstitious. I think I did the wrong minus. That is actually going to be a 9. For offense?
-2. Yes, that would be a 9.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. And then -5. That's a 0.
Okay.
Good. Good start.
That'll be a 25.
And -2. So.
Oh my god.
So yeah, that is a score for Bennington.
All right, Jonathan Joestar wearing goggles is going to first pass the ball to Static Shock. Static Shock didn't be taken down, but then on the next play, a pass to Amity for the touchdown.
All right, and is it time for kick?
It's time for kick Batowski with his 5. If I can find my cursor. Kick is successful with the kick.
All right. 7-6, taking the lead, going into the second quarter now. Tacoma, starting things off here. At the 7 to start things off.
Beats the 6.
Okay.
I feel like a couple times you've gotten a low roll, and then I've gotten one below that low roll.
Yeah, it's a trend. That's a 19.
That's 5.
Okay, Tacoma gets it. We're gonna have Breloom come out. I forget if I asked this before. How does Breloom throw again? Like, what is he?
He could either like bounce it off his mushroom head. He's got like those short, stubby little arms. He could use his tail.
Okay, all right. So yeah, I think he kind of like bounces the ball on his head and then whips his tail like forward to kind of like almost like a baseball, knocking the baseball kind of ball up in the air, and it's gonna land in the arms of Taba, and Taba's gonna catch it and is gonna go into the end zone.
I actually have a story about Breloom. So you know how in Scarlet and Violet, when you fight trainers, you can see like wild Pokemon just in the background,
Sure.
doing whatever. There's a fucking shiny Breloom in the background, and I got into the fight. And the thing is, in Scarlet and Violet, because of the draw distance is shit, if they walk away too much, they despawn, and there's a shiny Breloom in the background. And I couldn't finish the battle fast enough.
Oh, damn.
It upset Gabe more than it upset me.
I would imagine. Yeah, that's such a bummer.
Like there's just a random shiny that I wasn't looking for. It was a legitimate full-on shiny.
During that, Blaziken did get a successful kick, and that puts Tacoma at 13-7. Bennington. Bremerton.
Bennington Code Factory.
Bennington Birch Cats are up for their final drive of the first half.
And score they need to do. That's 7.
That's a 10.
Okay, with disadvantage. My disadvantage is 24.
Good lord, that's an 8. Yeah, touchdown. That's a touchdown.
Touchdown, Birch Cats. Keyleth is going to get her chance with a, let me see. She's actually, Generator X is going to turn into a car. He's going to turbo teen, and Keyleth is just going to get inside of the car.
Yeah,
and drive it in for a touchdown.
Yeah,
I guess.
I guess that does make sense. That totally makes sense. That's also something that would happen in, I feel like, in the Shark Boy and Lava Girl world. Some weird ass shape shifting shit. Because that's just the kind of energy that franchise gives in Planet Drool.
You gotta turn into a car, Morty.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot we're in Twin Seeds. Never mind. That's fine. Whatever. And got a kick.
30-20 for the kick. Kick successfully kicks.
Kick successfully kicks. All right, Bennington's back in the lead by 1 point, and Tacoma with the final drive of the first half.
Imagine having the last name Butowski and like being an adult.
Yeah, it's rough. Well, I think about Jake Butt a lot.
Well, yeah, but that would Butt or Butowski be a weirder last name to have?
I think Butt's a weirder last name because at least Butowski sounds
Polish.
Right. Well, it sounds more like a last name compared to Butt.
Yeah.
Just Butt. Straight up Butt.
Just Butt. My last name is Butt.
Yeah.
That's at 14, so we're going to straight up and down.
Straight up and down.
You have a 10-point advantage on me.
Yeah. Well, hey, you never know. That's a 16.
That is a natural 1.
Yeah, well, that was...
Doesn't matter.
That would have not mattered by any imagine. All right, well, that's the first natural 1 of the game. Tacoma, they're taking care of business here. Fierce D Link, he goes out. What is the powers that Fierce D Link has?
He's just really fucking strong.
Yeah. So he just throws the Electro just really, really hard, really hard. And the only one that would not be knocked down by catching it and ultimately just stand strong is, let's say, Lucario. Lucario just grabs the ball and he kind of gets his feet kind of dragged for a second, but he's still in the end zone. He gets it drags. He does leave the end zone, but he got both feet down, so it counts as a touchdown. So Lucario gets the score there. All right.
And then Lucario makes the super crunchy sounding like noise he makes when he's selected in Super Smash Bros. Brawl.
Right. Yeah, I do remember that now. All right. And then we'll have Blaziken come back out, and it's good.
Good kick.
So that puts things at 20-14 at the half, and we return out of the half to Bennington going for their next drive.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to keep going back and forth. I do think that Bennington needs a defensive stop to stand a chance.
Yep. Agreed.
But they'll start with a 17 on offense.
That's a 4.
That's 21 with my advantage.
And that's a natural 20 for Tacoma. Tacoma's doing some stuff.
Shit.
What was the attempt for Bennington?
I mean, they were getting really comfortable. That was going to be another static shock pass, try to double up with static and Amity. But Dry Bones was hiding in the sand. Didn't see him coming. He reassembled, made the tackle.
Hey, he still has those YouTube videos remembered. He still knows how to be a good football player, but this time at least he's staying on the defensive side. All right. Well, there you have it. All right. So then that means no score, no changing there.
No score. Oh my God.
Tacoma. Let's see if they can capitalize on this massive window here. That's an 18 to start things off.
That's a 5.
Okay. A 24.
Woofy.
A nat 20, though.
We'll keep that minute. That's going to end up being a 4.
Yeah, no. Tacoma gets the score and is now going to go up big here. Let's have Breloom is once again out, gonna hit the electrode with his bat with his tail that's also being used as a baseball bat, and it's gonna land in the arms of Knight, and Knight is just gonna majestically run into the end zone, just completely squander the rest of the competition. And it is not looking good for Bennington here.
Nope.
So the score now is gonna go 26-14, and we will go. You know what? Let's go for 2. Let's get a little spicy here because we have the opportunity here.
God damn.
That is 18. There is also a natural 20 there. 18 is the disadvantage, so you have to try to beat that.
Yeah, no chance. It's 11.
Yeah, I'm gonna say here, they're gonna hand it off to let's have Aegislash come in. Aegislash is dark type, right? Or fairy type?
Ghost.
I keep on screwing that up. But yeah,
if it looks possessed, it's a ghost type. If it looks spooky, it's a ghost type. If it looks like an evil or like a little stinker, it's a dark type.
It's gonna be a running theme today because it's the only ability I can think of. Aegislash kind of disappears for a second and then reappears in the end zone.
There is a move called Phantom Force that does that.
Perfect. There you go. Thank you so much, sir. So there you go. So that now it is 28-14, and if any hope for Bennington, if there's any hope for Bennington at this point, it is 2 scores and 2 defensive stops to at least try to get into tie range. Maybe take the lead, but again, you just want to you hope that you get a stop here. But for now, Bennington, and end of the third quarter here, looking to try to get a score.
This might be an early end, but we'll see.
Yeah, we gotta try. We gotta try now. See what happens.
Discord is being
finicky. I apologize. Oh, did I lose you, Matt? Or is it just Discord being frozen? Oh, I believe we have lost Matt. So I'm gonna vamp for a bit. And yeah, it's gonna take a steep hill to climb here. If Bennington were to get back in this, it would be one of the biggest comebacks I think in the history of the VBBFL, probably up there. And then I mean. I don't know, but Tacoma, who's been sitting at 0-4, if they can get this stop here, that's their first victory of the season, and that would be a feel-good story overall. That the beach episode they're playing on the beach. Hey, they're by the water. They're orcas. It just makes sense that this would be the one that they would finally win. But again, we have to wait and see what the final roll is. Which, of course, we're gonna wait and see if Matt comes back at all. And then of course after this game, we have Woonsocket versus Euclid. Euclid being the home team, and boy, that's another team that'll be the only if things go as we expect them to go with this game and Tacoma gets the victory, the only remaining 0 on any record at this point would remain with Woonsocket.
God.
You're back?
I'm back.
You've returned. Okay, good. I've been kind of vamping. But yeah, Woonsocket is the last undefeated, would be the last one with a 0 in their column if this goes through. But are you ready? Are you good or no? Oh no, he's having a rough go of it. It seems like. Here, I mean I guess technically I could roll, but I want to hear from him. Maybe I'll text him real quick, see if he needs any assistance, any further assistance here.
Fuck it. Joining on my phone. I'm keeping it a little from my microphone.
Okay. Yeah, that works out. You could do the stuff easy with on mobile.
Yeah.
So all right. So starting off the offensive drive then for the Bennington Birch Cats, and we'll see if this is going to be it for them. And hopefully autocorrect won't be your downfall.
And it just put me back on my computer.
Oh, okay. That's weird.
When I popped it back, when I opened it up again. So we'll see what happens.
Okay. See what happens.
But it didn't show up on my phone for that roll.
It didn't go through.
More. There's a 12 on offense.
There you go. All right. And that's a dirty one.
Okay. There's a 25 with my advantage.
Jesus.
See, this is not the hard part for this team.
No, not at all. Yeah, that's a 7. So they definitely get a touchdown here.
Yep.
What happens?
Keyleth passing to, let's say, Amity again.
All right.
Amity having a nice day for Bennington, despite the otherwise bad scoring. And Kick Batowski has also been a bright spot. And he gets a natural 20 on the kick. Could have used that on defense instead, but
yeah, it could have been somewhere else, but that's fine. All right. Well, for now, the game is still on.
Yeah,
Tacoma.
Get 2 stops.
Yeah, you need to stop Tacoma here. So let's see what happens. That's a 6. That's a good roll if you were Bennington.
Yep. However, that is a 5.
Okay, so that's advantage. We'll see how this goes now.
Oh,
that's a dirty. That's a natural 1, but
that's a natural 1, but
that doesn't count.
Won't count.
That's a 10.
That's a 10. It's possible. That's a 7.
No.
Tacoma gets their first win.
But Tacoma gets the first victory. You know what? MVP of the day is Brayloom.
Yeah.
He this time he uses his. Everyone's like, oh wait, he's actually gonna throw it his hands, and yet his tiny hands throws it not very far, but at least into the hands of, let's say, Chestnut, and Chestnut just being the hulking offensive lineman / tight end that he is. He's just hard to tackle, and he just gets it into the end zone, and he wins the game for Tacoma. Very, very nice job. That puts them at 34 points. This is going to be a very nice one for them points-wise, tiebreaker-wise. And that's 16. So that puts them at 35 points. 21, and now we'll run through our last 2 drives here.
Yep.
Quickly. Because it does
13.
matter. And that's a 14, so disadvantage.
$12 with disadvantage.
And that's a 9, so
All
you
right.
got it. You got a touchdown.
Yep, got it. Let's give Clancy the score.
Okay. And kick.
Kick from Kick is good.
All right, so still 28 points. Not good. That's definitely good for the tiebreakers, at least.
Yep, that'll help them out later on.
All right, and then final drive of the game is a natural 20.
Of course it is.
Of course it is.
Of course it is.
That's a game for the books there, ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah.
because that's now put you at 41 points. This was just an easy score here.
Yeah.
This time they had such an easy time with this defense that they brought out Stonejoner, and Stonejoner just waddled his way into the end zone with the ball. And we'll bring out Blaziken for one last. And that's another natural 20.
I know. So Blaziken missed a field goal earlier, and he got the 2-point conversion to recover that, right?
Yeah.
This team scored 42 points. This is the first team to score a touchdown on every single drive.
I believe so.
After being undefeated. So they got a
not undefeated, winless.
winless. Yeah, they were winless, and then they were the first team to score on every single drive. The maximum number of points with 2 points conversion you can get, and with no overtime, is 48.
Yeah, I believe so.
So getting 42 points though is like the max you can do without going for 2.
Yeah, it's that what a game. Just they needed it, and what a huge boon for them in terms of like.
And here's the other craziest part. Bennington put up 28 points before today. Tacoma has not scored more than 27.
Wow. Holy mackerel. Hey, the table of scandals can do wild things.
Yeah.
But hey, the 42 points though, that's going to go a long way for tiebreakers, and because Tacoma was in the basement, but now they're kind of back in it. Not only that, they might be back in it they could still make a run for the division title. Like
Lafayette and Joplin both lost this week.
Yeah.
So
exactly, like it's they are only 1 game behind those 2 teams and 2 games behind Westminster with 3 weeks to go. It's definitely they're definitely still the underdog, but anything is possible. Good job, Tacoma. 42-28.
Of course, the fucking orcas succeed on the beach episode.
You know what? I said the same exact joke while you were dealing with your tech issues, but I'm happy that you brought it back because it's true.
Okay.
It's true though. The orcas did win on the beach episode. It makes complete sense. The birch cats, they're used to living in the birch forests. They're not used to living at the beach. It just happens this way. All right. Now for the main event. It is the Woonsocket Firefoxes versus the Euclid Polka Deer for the top of the East Division, potentially. I think points-wise, I think Euclid would get a tiebreaker if they win today.
Absolutely. Like, Woonsocket wins games. They do not win by very much.
Yeah. Now, the downside of this is that the stats are kind of stacked in Woonsocket's favor for Euclid, but hey, anything can happen. Luck, of course, wins all at the end of the day.
Yeah, and it was only a 1 touchdown difference their first matchup, so it's not out of the question by any means.
What are the Woonsocket stats, by the way?
Woonsocket's stats, the Fiber Foxes, are going to be -1 on offense, 5 on defense, and -4 on offense. I'm going to wear my Fox mask during this whole thing.
Hell yeah. Hopefully it does not muffle your voice.
Oh, yeah. Actually, how do I... Hold on. I mean, it's not like a full mask. How do I sound right now?
You're good. You're good right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't sound any too different.
No, it sounds like you are like a little behind the mask, but nothing that's like gonna hinder your voice. I don't think.
Okay. Okay.
+4 on offense for Euclid, -5 on defense, and +1 ball handling. That's their stats. Euclid Polkadir, of course, are going to start things off. They are, by the way, on a 3-game winning streak after losing week 1. They have not lost to anyone but Woonsocket, so this is a revenge game if I've ever seen one. Let's see how it goes. Euclid starting things off on offense with a 21.
Very nice. 18 for defense.
Okay, so an advantage. 16.
And 15.
Euclid gets the score.
Oh.
All right. So, let's see here. We're going to have King Leonidas, the sole quarterback on the squad, is going to hand it off to the Incredible Hulk. And Incredible Hulk is just going to, like, he's just going to, like, step over most of these defenders here. Like, Chunky Kong, Reinhardt, he's bigger than both of them. He just completely just, like, plows through them, gets in the end zone for the touchdown, and that's the home field that's filled with cows.
Woo.
Is very, very excited
for
that. And of course, they have the best kicker in the league in Sanji, who has a +6 as a kicker. And that's, of course, going to be very good. 7-0 to start things off for Euclid. All right, Woonsocket, you're up.
Starting off with a 16 on offense. Pretty good.
Following that up with a 14.
With advantage, that will give me a 6.
And that's a 13. So,
right.
Advantage kick.
Stelio Contos is coming out. He is a plus... I looked at his name, forgot to look at his stat. With a +4, does not make it. His anger kicked the ball straight into the ground.
Okay. So then that leaves it at 7-0, and Euclid could try to capitalize on this. Let's see how that goes for them.
End of the first.
End of the first here. Wait. Why am I... for some reason, I was like, oh no, I don't have the stats in front of me. Meanwhile, just look over at my OBS screen. Anyways, 20.
Nice.
30-20.
And a natural 1.
And a natural 1. Okay.
Oh, Fiber Foxes, this is not your day.
All right. So, there you go. Euclid gets the touchdown. And this time, now it's just like, all right, well, let's kind of do a similar strategy here. We're going to hand it off to Juggernaut. And Juggernaut similarly just kind of towering over the Woonsocket, the lauded Woonsocket defense. He's just gonna run through them, and everyone Euclid's just like, hey, you know, we could make this a lot easier for us here. We could just use our big guys. There's no way that Woonsocket will figure it out, right?
Shit.
We'll see what happens. That puts it at 13, and Sanji coming out for the kick, and the kick is so good. 14-0 at the end of the first quarter. Big time lead for Euclid. Let's see if Woonsocket can do anything.
Starting out with a 5. Not the most inspiring.
No, that's a 10.
With disadvantage, we'll have a 10.
And you're going to get it. That's a 0.
Okay. Woonsocket gets to score. This time, Tony the Tiger actually gave his team a pep talk, which was really appreciated by the coach, so he decided to just scheme up a play for Tony to get the touchdown.
They're great.
And I'm taking out the fox mask because
It's
hard to read computer screens when I don't have my glasses on. So
yeah, that's maybe, yeah, we should have thought of that. All right. That's 6 points on the board. Let's see it get a 7.
Yep, and that will be a 7th with Stelio figuring his shit out.
There you go. 14-7. Very, very nice. All right, Euclid. Now the pressure's on. Woonsocket has woken up. Their last drive of the first half. Let's see how they respond. Starting things off with a 17.
$14.
All right, advantage. That is a 19.
19, need a good defense stop. That's not going to happen with a 10, though.
Okay.
Woonsockets.
Woonsocket's trying to repeat what Tacoma just did.
Yeah, it's not going great.
Let's and again, I mean, they're like, all right, now let's have Optimus Prime is just gonna run out wide, and King Leonidas is gonna throw the mini nuke at him, and Optimus Prime's gonna catch it and is just gonna again just kind of step over the defenders, go in for the touchdown. And again, you know, maybe the offense is gonna start to wake up for Woonsocket, but the defense has not been able to do much yet. That's 20 points, and once again we're gonna go to Sanji. +6 does the job. 21.
God, right now I think the Polka Deer are the strongest team.
Hey, I mean, we're talking them up right now. Who knows?
Yeah.
This also could come crashing and burning down because this is an undefeated Woonsocket team. Let's remember that. But Woonsocket with the final drive of the first half. Let's see if they can at least make it a 1-score game.
$10.
7.
Okay.
Advantage.
That will be an 8.
8 all around. And that's a natural 20.
Ooh.
Not even a kick.
No.
Not even a kick.
God.
What was
right.
the attempt?
This Polka Deer defense, Mike Tyson and M. Bison. The fact that they rhyme fills me with joy. They totally double teamed Lucio, who Hawkeye made a really bad read in who to target. So Lucio was double teamed and then was picked off.
There you go. Okay. Well, that's the end of the first half. Going into the second half now. Euclid could really put the pressure on now. Let's see how they do with their first drive of the second half. Starting out with a 19. The rolls have been kind of good.
$18 for defense, which does beat it.
Does beat it. That's a 17.
And that's a 15 on defense. Woonsocket is crumbling.
Euclid gets the score. They're just throwing out all the stops. Here comes the Time Wizard. What does the Time Wizard do? Hey, Matt, what does the Time Wizard do?
He's Chris.
Does it freeze time? Is he freezing time?
He can't. Use your imagination.
Okay. He freezes the defense of the Woonsocket Firefoxes. Chunky Khan just looks like he's about to make the tackle, then he just freezes in place, and just a leisurely stroll for the Time Wizard getting in to the end zone for the score. And that is a 27-7 game. And let's have Sanji come out again. Got 24. That's another kick that's good. And now Woonsocket is in a dilemma. Their first drive of the second half and every single subsequent drive, they're going to need to get a touchdown.
Yep.
That is the hole that is dug for them.
And stop the other team from scoring, period.
Which they haven't been able to do, even though they have the best defense in the league.
Nope.
They haven't been able to do, even though they have the best defense in the league. It's kind of nuts what's happening right now.
So the Time Wizard's effect is you toss a coin and call it. If you call it correctly, you destroy all monsters your opponent controls. And if you call it wrong, you destroy as many monsters that you control as possible.
All right, so Chunky Kong just got like Ward kind of faded out. Like
that's what's been happening to Woonsocket.
Thanos snap. They gotta just sprinkle out.
Middle of the third. Let's see what happens. 16 on offense.
A dirty 1.
With my advantage, that's only a 4.
And that's a 10, but that's gonna do it. Yeah.
That's gonna do it. Stelio's gonna come out and make the kick.
But
try to at least.
Goodness.
Weird Al's now that's what I call polka is played in the stands right now.
Cows are going wild.
I wear your dance clothes. I look incredible. That one.
The cows are just they're mooing, they're partying. Yep. It's the scene from it's Barnyard. It's the movie Barnyard.
It's absolutely like the party scene, the barn at night in Barnyard.
Yeah, it is just the stadium is just going off right now. Now,
if the Polkadeer win the championship, I will write a polka song in celebration.
Oh my god, that now you give me more rooting interest in them. Now you give me more. Now you want me to. All right. So
Celia did not make the kick, by the way.
Oh, he did not make the kick. Oh,
nope.
Sorry, I kind of went ahead there. Well, no, he did make the kick because you had the advantage. So
I did have advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he made it. He made it. All right, so, well, even though it's over, we have 4 drives to go still, yep. So we just kind of have to run the clock here. So meanwhile, we'll give these teams time to gain more points. So let's see how it happens here. Starting with the Euclid Polkadeer at the end of the third quarter here, 13.
17.
Okay. That's a 7.
That's a 12. Where was this before?
Yeah, that's rough. And that is a no good kick from Sanji because he needed to be a 15 with that disadvantage rule. So did not happen. Now things are getting would have gotten more interesting here if this would have happened earlier. Woonsocket back in control. Start of the fourth quarter here.
14.
3.
6 with my advantage.
And a 5.
All right. LeBron James gets this one. He's really sad, so he puts on his Lakers jersey because that's the team that makes him the most sad, I think, that he's been a part of. Not a basketball fan, cannot confirm for sure. But...
Yeah. I mean, he had one championship with them, I think. And then
did the Lakers win with LeBron? Really?
I think they did win one championship with LeBron, and then every subsequent season has been sadder after the next. I'm pretty sure.
They won in 2020. What do you know?
Yeah,
Can you tell I don't pay attention to basketball?
Yeah, that was like the bubble season, so they went into the bubble and then played the championship. Yeah. Which people will be like, "Oh, there's an asterisk on that." It's like, okay, well,
no, that's real.
It's
you
real.
Can count it.
If the league says it's real, it's real. Just
take your head out of your own ass.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's real.
All right, so that's 16, and then how's Stelio Cantos respond with the kick?
You know what? We're gonna go for 2.
Okay. Yeah, make it interesting here.
Yep. Beast Titan's gonna go for it. That is a 4, though.
Okay. That's wood. Oh wait.
You
sorry, I forgot I had to do that.
Yep.
That's 12.
Okay, Beast Titan just gets stopped. I don't know how Titans fucking die in Attack on Titan or whatever, but that's what happens.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'll say like they're using the running backs here, on the Euclid Pokedeer to make the stop here in order to stop a beast like that. So, all right, so then that's so that remains at 16-28, and now just the final drive for each team to close things out. 22.
9.
And whoops, okay. And that is a 6.
19.
19, and so that means Sanji has to come out to kick, and the kick is good.
Nice.
So then that puts them at 31-16, and then that 31 points is what the final point will be for Euclid, and now Woonsocket with the saddest drive.
Can scrounge anything together.
Yeah.
That's a 9. Like, this could potentially be closer on paper.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a 6.
Yep. It's a dirty one and a 4.
And that's an 8.
So they will not get to do that. Let's see what Stelio can do with his advantage. That's an 18. He does manage to get a few points on the board, but
not close.
Not close. 31-19 final score.
Euclid Pokedeer get their revenge in a monstrous way. I thought this game would have been a lot closer. I thought these teams were somewhat... I even thought that... I said even before we started, that aged very poorly. I was like, I think Woonsocket has the advantage in stats. Turns out, you just need some good rolls, and Euclid could just dominate.
It all comes down to the cones. To the rolls.
To the rolls.
To the rolls.
And 31-19 is your final score, and now...
Yep. So let me see.
Now you're gonna work on calculating.
I'm gonna have to do a lot of math.
Yeah, a lot more math. So I'll go ahead.
Both we have a lot of ties in the East now. So
yeah, I'll vamp for a bit. So now to let you guys know what the next final stretch of this is going to end up being. This Thursday, at least right now, the plan is for this Thursday, is that we're going to have our week 6. Then next week, there's a chance that Monday might not be a day that we could do stuff. So we'll figure out sometime either before or after that day to do week 7, and then next Thursday will be the regular season finale of the regular season, and at that point everyone's automatically in the playoffs, so it just means that whatever the standings is will dictate who the opponents are in the first round. And then of course there will be 2 playoff episodes, one focusing on the first round of the playoffs and the second being the semifinals and the championship game, all in one big old podcast episode. And I gotta say, Matt, I've been having a lot of fun with this. This was a lot of fun today. I know we had some stinkers in the mix, but man, I am loving these teams. It's been a very good time overall.
Yeah, these have been a lot of fun teams to work with. I've loved how the storylines that have emerged.
Yeah, it is very, very good. And of course, we have 3 teams that have yet to be affected by the scandals. That includes Joplin, that includes Westminster, and that includes the Euclid Pokedeer. So we'll see if who will get affected. But for the time being, barring, we'll see what the final standings are. Right now, we have 2 teams that are leading the pack, but one just, I think, made a statement and is now going to be standing ahead above, or antler above, everyone else. And it's gonna be real interesting. In fact, the standings were so interesting today that I think that we had a change in leadership in both divisions.
We did. I'm ready to
reveal.
divulge the information.
Go ahead, hit me with it.
All right. So, we have 5 of our teams are 2-3 or worse.
Okay. Fair enough.
4 of our teams are 2-3. We have 1-4, and then a 3 and a 2, and then 2 4-1s.
Okay.
In the West, Tacoma 1-4, Lafayette at 2-3 in third place, Joplin in second place at 2-3. They do have 6 more points than Lafayette does currently, and then Westminster takes the lead. One of our Antler teams in the lead. And then, of course, because Euclid scores much more than Woonsocket does on average every week, Euclid does take the lead. So both Antler teams are leading the divisions right now.
Damn right they are.
Euclid at 4-1. Woonsocket falls to second place, still 4-1. And then Bennington still has more points than Sanford, so they are in third, while Sanford stays in fourth. However, both, technically tied for third, but with tiebreakers.
Yeah, and looking ahead at week 6, just trying to get a read on it. I think our primetime matchup is going to be Westminster versus Joplin, because that's going to be a battle potentially for first place, barring the points situation. And then there's also a battle. It'll be Tacoma versus Woonsocket, which now... So after a week where Tacoma gets its first win and Woonsocket gets its first loss, those teams will now be playing against each other. That's fun.
Fascinating matchup.
The tiebreaker between Bennington and Sanford will be next week, because that whoever wins will get into third place in the East.
Yep.
And then Lafayette and Euclid rounds out the bunch there. Euclid, of course, now on paper, the best team in the VBBFL. There we go. Shout out to Nick, by the way. He has been listening to our episodes.
Shout out to Nick.
Yeah,
Nick is cool.
He just visited us here, where we are, and he let me know about that. And so I hope that you are listening to this, Nick, and are enjoying the fact that your team is now in control of the league. So why I say to the rest of the team owners, it pays to pay compliments to us, I'm just kidding. That's not how this works at all.
There's no bribes.
There's no bribing. It is if you watch the dice rolls, it's all luck. It is.
Yep.
Yeah, we can barely control anything. Anyways, thank you all so much for tuning in. It's been a pleasure. As we said, this Thursday, Thursday, August 3rd, you should see us again. And of course, if you're listening on podcast services or on YouTube, you'll see that VOD go up on Friday. But until then, folks, thank you again for listening or watching, and we'll see you guys next week.
Good night and good ball.